Hello friend, today in this video we will be solving Tushar's birthday problem. So as you have reached to this video expecting that we have already gone through the problem. So here given conditions are A is the eating capacity, B is the filling capacity and C is the cost. So B and C will be of same length, but it doesn't mean that A, B and C all three will be of the same length. A and B can be of different size. So if B of different size, it means the C will obviously be of the size of the of B. So it will be of same length B and C, but not A and B. So going to the next step, see, this is a problem related to the unbounded knapsack. We are going to minimize the value of something. So how we are going to do that? So here what approach we are going to use is we will be using a approach where either we will be accepting x or not accepting x. Okay, so if we are accepting x, we will include it in the answer. If we are not accepting x, we will not include it in the answer. So and here moreover, when you will see this problem very closely now, then you will come to know that this is we are minimizing problem. So in minimizing problem, in the maximizing problem, what you will be doing is you will be returning 0, and here we have to return the total sum of the cost. So we will be adding, so we cannot return the maximum of integer value, otherwise it will be negative in the next step when you will add any value to it, either 1, 2 or 3, even a small number. If you add to that integer, it will become negative, so it will not give you the expected output. So what we will be doing is we will be returning a 0 and 2 and minus 0 and minus 2. I will tell you when we will return 0 and when we will return minus 2. We will return 0 when there is I is greater than the length of the array. Length of the array of what? Filling capacity array. Filling capacity array length. And we will return minus 2 when there is no solution. Suppose we have included first index, but with first index we are not reaching to the solution, then we will return what? We will return minus 2, because we are not reaching to the solution and we cannot include it, because in the higher hierarchy it seems like answer is 0. So we think that with this solution we are approaching to the final solution, but actually this tree or this branch is not giving me the expected solution. This is not going to the 0 eating capacity, so we cannot include this in our solution. So we will return minus 2 here for that scenario. So rather than discussing this problem through this, let's make one iteration. So to make you understand, what I will be doing is I will quickly draw the tree for you of the main thing what you will learn in this one. This will cover the all the scenarios. So I will draw the tree for 5, okay, and then I will explain you everything. So let's come back after drawing the tree. Okay, so this is the tree of 5 one index ka. So what we will be doing is we will be starting from 0 index, that either we will be eating capacity is 5, and we will be either including the 0th index ka value. The 0 index cost is 2, and so when we are including this, then we will not change the value, because repetition is allowed. I can eat the same food, I can order the same food multiple times, okay, as per my eating capacity. So when it is accepted, we will say that okay, we will go to the next step, accepting it, and we can order the same food. If this is also accepted, we can go to the next. So here we can see that this value this value is greater than the value of the index, okay, eating capacity. So this value is greater than the eating capacity of the 0th index. So what we will do, we will return, simply we will return 0. In this case we will return 0. Now in the second case, when we are not accepting it, then we will come to this one, accepting and non-accepting. So here our solution is not here we can see that this is 0. This is 0 means, I mean, eating capacity has now become 0. So going forward it doesn't make any difference. So this also we will return 0. Similarly for 2 1 we will return 0 because it is greater than the capacity. Eating capacity is greater than the capacity, less than the capacity what is available in B at that index, at index 2. So we will return 0 here. And now if it is not included, it will go to the third index which is not available. So if it is not available, we will return 0. So here we will see that both the indexes are 0, okay, and when both the indexes are 0 and eating capacity is greater than 0, then here we will return -2, not 0. Here we will return what? -2. And now as our including answer is returning 0, non-including returning -2, so what will be happen here? What is the cost? 5 is the cost at 1, so it will be like 0 plus 5 and then -2. What will be the answer? 5, because 5 is greater than -2, so we will return 5. Okay, so here left is returning 0, right is returning 5. So if 0 and 5 is there, we will return 5, because 0 doesn't mean that it is a minimum. It means that it either it has no solution or it has I mean reached to the end of the tree but not reached, the eating capacity has not been satisfied. Okay, so we will return 5 over here. Similarly we will go to this one, 1 0. So we will see that 1 0 will return what? 0. Index 1 and capacity is 0. When capacity has become 0, then going forward doesn't make any difference, so will return 0. Similarly this one will return 0. 3 1 will return 0. 0 0 capacity is greater, it will return -2. Here -2 and 0 means what? When there is -2 and 0, that means here -2 and 0, but 0 will be added here. Okay, what is the capacity at index 1? So index 1 will be having the capacity of 5, so 0 plus 5 it is, and it is returning what? -2. So 5 and -2, which we will return? We will return 5. 5 is greater than, I mean not about greater than, -2 it is saying that we do not have any solution in this branch, and 5 is saying that I have one solution. So we will take the solution one, not the without solution one. Okay, so now here it will go, then it will become 5 plus 5 because index cost of at index 1 is 5 and it is included, so it will become 5 plus 5 10. Then it will come to left mein it will be 0, it will be 0 0 0 will return -2 because EC greater than 2. -2 and 10 will be returned 10, and 10 plus 5 it will become 15. Now it will come to the left one, 2 0, it will return what? Second index and 0, it will 0, eating capacity is 0, it will return 0 directly. 3 3 it will return because it is greater than index, so it will return 0 0 0, it will return -2. -2 and 15 will return 15. Okay, I guess something went wrong, sorry. See here 0 will come, 0 plus 2 comma 3 is included, 2 3 cost is 3, so it will become 3 here, not 0. So 0 and 3, which will be returned? It will return 3. So right is coming 15 and it is coming 3, so which will be returned? We will return minimum, so we will return 3 here. So now 3 and 5, which will be returned? We will return 3. 3 and plus 0 cost is 2, 2 plus 3. Now the time of left one when we are not including 0th index, then this will return what? 0. This will return 0. Capacity is greater, it will return -2, 0. Now 2 and 4 is included, so what is the cost? It is 3. 3 and this is negative, we cannot simply add, we will check. If returning value is less than 0, then we will say that we will not add this returning value, we will simply say that 3 only, we will not include this -2 and 0. We will return what? 3. 1 and 3 here, if you will see, then what is the value of 1 and 3 in the memory? In the memory 1 and 3 will be so 1 and 3 is returning 3, so we will return 3. So 3 and 3 will be returned what? 3. Okay, so now comes 2 3. So 2 2, what it is returning? What is the value of 2 2 in the memory? So 2 2 is returning -2, so we will return -2. 3 comma 5, what 3 comma 5 is returning? So 3 comma 5 will be returning 0 because index is greater than I, so it will be 0. 0 comma -2 will be what? -2 because there is no solution. So now we will see 3 or -2. -2 is saying that it is, I don't have any solution. 3 is saying I have one solution whose value is 3, so we will return 3. So here it will go 3. Okay, so now here right is returning what? 3 and left is returning -2. So what is the value of 1th index? 5. So 5 plus 3 comma -2, so we will be returning 8. -2 says I don't have solution. Okay, 8. Now here 8 and 5, what we will return? So finally we will return minimum of it, so it will be 5. Okay, I hope this iteration is bit tricky. So what you can do is you can once again go through the video if you haven't understood it, but if you have gone through the step by step explanation what I have done now, you will be able to understand the complete process, what and where what you have to return. So coming on to the solution part, I have already included the solution here, so we will jump into the directly I will explain you here itself. So here in the function we will be passing that filling capacity, cost array, filling capacity array, integer we will be passing the current eating capacity what I have and the index, and then we will be using memory over here because we are going to apply dynamic programming concept. So here we will see when we will be returning 0. We were returning 0 when eating capacity was becoming 0. When eating capacity is 0, then even if you go forward, either include or not include, it doesn't make any difference, so we will return 0 there itself. When I is greater than 0, when we have come to the end of the array, then neither we can include and nor we can exclude something. That option is not there because array itself is got ended. So we will return 0 in this two case. Then we will see if memory value is not equals to -1, then we will return this one. Why -1 we are checking? Because initially we are setting the memory value for all the indexes to -1 for I and eating capacity. Now we will make a1 equals to 0 and a2 equals to 0 in the beginning, and then here we are checking if EC is greater, means eating capacity is greater than the capacity what is there at the filling capacity what is there at that index. If it is less than that, we cannot include that, right? Because that doesn't makes any difference, or it doesn't satisfy the buyer, because it will be too high food will be too much for them. That condition we do not have, that we can take food maximum to the eating capacity, that we cannot take. So is that, and then we will take x, and then we will be checking this. I think you might have got, because sometimes we have seen that somewhere we are returning from the positive as -2, but we have included that condition, and so if you will do directly plus, then it will be subtracted rather than adding the value. So we don't want to subtract it. So what we will do, we will check if it is less than -2, then we will add it. If it is not less than -2, then we will not add it. Okay, so in that case, what will be the a1? A1 will be the only the value what we have returned. Otherwise, if the return value is -2, then we will not add this x. That means that this value is not returning any solution. I mean, this branch cannot give any solutions to me if I go forward or backward. So that means this is not reaching to any solution, so we will return -2. If it is not -2, then we will say that okay, I have some solutions either in the left or in the right. We will include that cost, and then we will include calculate a2. A2 will be without including, we are not including that index, so that will be returned from here. And then we will check this condition is important. I will highly say that please check this this condition. If failed, it will fail your whole above one is similar to the other knapsack unbounded knapsack, but these conditions is only the difference what is going to make for this problem. So here we will check if a1 is not equals to 0 and a2 is not equals to 0, means neither it is minus. So if it is not equals to 0, then what does it mean? It means either it will be -2 or it will be greater than -1. So if it is -2, if a1 is -2, a2 is both -2, we will return a2. I mean, any value we return doesn't make any difference. So what we are doing, first we will be checking if a1 is not equals to -2, a2 is not -2, then we will return minimum of both. If one of them is less than, if one of them is -2, then we will return if here you might be confused that why we are checking only a1. If a1 is greater than 0, that means that if this condition is failed, it means that a1 or a2, any one of them is not greater than 0. Then that means one of them is -2. So if a1 is greater than 0, we will return a2. If a2 is greater than 0, that means if we are returning a2, that means even if it is -2, it means a1 and a2 both is -2. If a2 returning, then it means that a2 is greater than a1 and a2 is not having -2 value. Hope you have understood this condition. And then we will go to the else condition, where we will be checking a1 and a2 separately. If a1 is not equals to 0, inside that we will check if a2 is greater than 0. If a2 is greater than 0, we will include a2, not a1. Else we will include a1. A1 means it is either it is -2 or value greater than 0, -2 or greater than 0 value, means there is no solution or there is solution. Else we will check a2 not equals to 0 and we will directly include a2. Why? Because we have already checked a1, we have already checked a1 and a2, So we will directly include a2. Why? Whether it is -2 or whether it is 0 or it is greater than 0. Sorry, it is not equals to 0, because equals to we are in excluding. Then we will come to else part. What else part will be having? Else part will be having either -2 or it will be having 0. So if EC2 is greater than 0, both is 0. We have seen that when A1 and A2 both is coming 0, but EC is greater than 0, means eating capacity is still we have some remaining. Then in that instance we do not have solution. That is what the branch cannot find any solution at that moment. So it will return -2. And if both is 0 and capacity is not greater than 0, then we will include 0, that we have reached to the end of the branch, we are returning it 0. So finally the solution will be memory of I of E comma C. Please, I request you to please go through the video if you haven't understood anything single step, especially this for loop and sorry, not for loop, this condition, if else condition, and the tree, this tree. If you have understood this tree properly, I don't think you are going to need my solution to solve this problem, I bet you. So I will go through the scroll the solution. You just, if you need, you can just copy it. Thank you. Hopes you like this video. Thanks for watching.